This beautiful young lady next to me literally changed my life because at age 15, I found out that I was pregnant with her. Yes, a month before I turned 16, I was married, pregnant, and had my own household to take care of. This, my friends, is my daughter, Dawna.
Hello, nice to see, well, I can't see all of you, but you can see me. And I feel honored that she's sharing about her life, but obviously it involves my life, and I would not be who I am in any way if it hadn't been for my mom making the choices she made at a very, very young age. And I am very grateful because not only did she change her life, she's like the true comeback kid is how I feel. But she changed mine and my siblings and my children and her grandchildren. Those are her grandchildren. But just generations in our family are different, and so many people around us lives are different because of who she is and because of what she's done. And I knew this was going to get me a little bit emotional. So it's worth listening to. It's worth hearing everything she has to say so that you know who she is and where she's come from and why she does what she does now. So I'm going to go finish dinner, but leave you to Dawna to have my mom to have a great conversation.
Thanks.
Love you.
Love you too. Hey there, this is Dawna Cantway, broker associate with Rise Realty. Welcome to Tell It Like It Is Tuesday. Please pop on, let me know you're here, whether you're watching it live or if you're watching the rebroadcasted version later. Leave a comment, let me know your thoughts. I greatly appreciate it. I know that you probably haven't heard anything else that was said beyond married and pregnant before I was 16. It gets a lot of people, but yes, it is definitely the truth. Tonight's episode, I wanted to get a little personal. Or today, whenever you're watching it, this episode, I wanted to get personal. And here's why. Because I'm very passionate about teaching and educating and wanting people to get the best experience possible from their real estate transactions, no matter what it might be. What does that have to do with my life? Well, I also believe in order to really learn from someone, you have to trust that person. And in order to trust that person, I feel like you have to know that person. And so that is why I am doing this subject in this episode of Tell It Like It Is Tuesday. You know, when I got pregnant, I was a sophomore in high school, and in so many ways that I won't go into, my life dramatically changed. I mean, some obvious ways, but my life just dramatically changed. I didn't fit in. All of a sudden, my friends, they were still teenagers living a teenager life. Young adults that were married and having children were young adults, and I was not, although I suddenly was thrown into hi Miriam, one of my granddaughters. I was suddenly thrown into a life of an adult, and I credit having my daughter Dawna at such a young age. I give her, I mean, not necessarily her, she didn't do anything but be born, but I give that experience in my life, that circumstance, credit for radically changing my life, because there's so much that I would have got involved in that I didn't, because I took becoming a mom very, very serious. I don't recommend you doing things that way if you happen to be young and watching this. I do not recommend going about life that way. However, because of the hurdles, because of the ups and downs, and there's been many. I mean, I definitely have gone through a lot of struggles in my life, a lot of really hard times. a lot of things that I would do differently for sure. But somewhere along the line, I made a decision that I wasn't going to be a victim of life. I was going to look for and find that silver lining in every circumstance. And sometimes that's really hard to do, really, really hard to do. But that's my focus. Even if it takes me years of finding, that silver lining, that's just my decision. I made a decision along the way that, there's always good things that come out of every situation, whether it's just me becoming stronger as a person or whether I actually learn a specific skill or character trait or what have you, whatever it is, there's something good that's going to come out of it if you just make up your mind to look at it that way. I chose to fight for what's right along my life. And I think that's where I want to transition this into the whole real estate realm. I've been doing this for several years now and completed several hundreds of transactions, and I don't know of any. There's been maybe a few here or there that don't have hurdles to jump over. And so the thing is, if you get yourself a great real estate agent that's not afraid of those hurdles, that's not afraid of the problems that come up, and there's problems that, you're dealing with so many different emotions. Watch my episode from last week. I talk about all the different emotions that are involved in real estate. Also, just, you've got personalities that are involved. All kinds of personalities. You've got a lot of people involved and a lot of things going on. And so, there's hurdles. There's hurdles with the house physically. You might have things that come up in the inspection that have to be dealt with and negotiated and repaired and stuff like that. You might have title issues. There's a lot of different hurdles. I recently heard a quote that I really, really like. It says, if there's a solution to your problem, then you don't really have a problem. And that's how I've kind of taken on life that way. And I definitely have taken on real estate that way, because I honestly don't believe that there is a hurdle that can't be jumped over, or gone under or gone around or whatever it might be. There is a solution. We just have to find it, and we have to, go at it head on. I think too, I don't want to drag this out. Something that I've said a lot through my life and said to my children over and over, and to a lot of you, my friends, is that I believe that every situation in life, that God wants to make us stronger and better through it, no matter what it is, no matter how hard it is. On the flip side of that, Satan wants to use every circumstance that we go through, no matter how hard or how good, to take us down, to destroy us. And it's our choice. I believe this in every aspect of life. And so I really want to share that with you. I want to encourage you, no matter what's going on, whether it's with real estate or just something in life that you're facing, to think about that and make a decision. No, I'm not going to be a victim here. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to make it work. And it can. I just want to close with, you see I'm wearing an Aggie shirt. I happen to be in Aggie land right now. I'm visiting Dawna and her family in College Station. So just wanted to kind of throw that out there. It's like, okay, wait a minute. You work in Florida and you're wearing an Aggie shirt. Hey, I love the Aggies just because I live in Florida. I love you Aggies too. But definitely I'm a Florida girl right now. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much for your support. And until next week, enjoy life and have fun.